Hi, Gary here. There's a book that came out in 2010 called The Rational Optimist by Matt Ridley, and it's about how prosperity evolves. And I love this book because he went back to 1950 and came forward to today and basically showed over that time period of 60 years how much we've evolved positively, meaning standard of living has gone up, healthcare has gone up, longevity of life, etc. Many, many areas. And as you're reading this book, you're going, wow, this is just totally different than the perspective I get from reading the newspaper, watching the news, reading articles on the internet, whatever it happens to be. Well, there's another article came out recently by Information Economics and Policy, and it looks at consumers' buying habits around newspapers. And so they looked at these newspapers and they said, well, why are they buying the newspapers? And as it turns out, there's a greater preference towards bad news. And it's interesting. So why is that? When people look at their happiness, for example, if you look at a $1,000 gain versus a $1,000 loss, $1,000 gain doesn't give us as much happiness as avoiding a $1,000 loss. And so we're kind of wired to focus more on the bad news. The newspapers and the media has picked up on this, and then, therefore, to sell more of that, they give us much more preponderance of bad news. And that's just the way it works out. So, as you look at this, you say, well, are you, a dour pessimist, or are we talking about being a rose-colored glasses, Pollyanna viewpoint of the world? No, we're not saying that. We're saying that being a rational optimist about what is actually happening in the world, being proactive to it, but watching for those bad things that might occur, losses, to be aware of that is important. But being a pessimist doesn't help whatsoever, because you're just focused on all the bad news, and that's actually not what's going on. I'll give you another example. It's kind of a simplistic approach to the stock market. For every 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 decades, the market goes up, it goes down 1. There's this 2-to-1 ratio all the time. So a lot of times I'll ask people, when they totally get themselves out of the market, say, well, when are you getting back in? Well, not until it goes back up. Well, anyway, long story short, they're betting against their long-term growth because the market goes up 2 times, they're going down 1. And we still have people out there who got out in 2008 and haven't got back in yet because they're waiting for another shoe to drop, whereas the market's gone up 200%. And it's important to understand that, yes, we set up our portfolios to make sure we can avoid losses when necessary, but understand there's a lot of opportunities in the gain side, and that more happens on the positive side than happens on the negative side. It's just that we put more emphasis on a loss than we do on a gain. But that shouldn't drive us making really good, smart decisions about our money. And I think Matt really nails it real well, is you got to be really set up as a rational optimist to be able to take advantage of those gains out there, but also be aware of the areas where we have risk and loss and bad news takes place. So until next time, enjoy.